Mr. Speaker.
Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Tomorrow on Budget Day, New Zealand is going to witness yet again a further fanfare of fiction, fantasy, fatalism seasoned by arrogance and smugness. The fiction again will be the surplus. The fantasy again will be the rock star economy. And the fatalism again will be the inevitable decline of our provinces under a government obsessed with Auckland and massive immigration. Now, back in 2008, this bright young thing, Mr. Key, said that the next 10 years to 2018 must be, let me rephrase the words he said, a decade of maximised opportunities. We were going to be aspirational because we were being led by somebody who was a product of an American company called Merrill Lynch. Now, you don't hear much about Merrill Lynch these days, do you? But it was the fifth company to go belly up in the Wall Street-generated financial crisis of greed and fraud, and then it was bailed out by the American taxpayers. That's his background. Not one fundamental political principle. Just do a deal, move on. Or like that famous ad, I just, quotes, spray and walk away. And I tell you what, it's running thin. And the man's lost his mojo. In fact, he turned up north, he was on 500 hoardings. 500 hoardings. With the slogan of all slogans, working for Northland. And up there, the people took one good hard look, the farmers, all the old supporters of National, and said, like the Tui ad, yeah, right. Where? The 72,000 jobs about which the organiser of the campaign, Stephen Joyce, the Mr. Fix-It, and they said, so there's 72,000 up here in the north, and you created 172,000 around the country. That's a lot for Northland, isn't it? When all the other electors share all the rest. And then they kind of talked to people like Mr. Bishop, who was up there, and my friend Alfred Ngaro, and Mark Mitchell, and what a sad case it was. It was so sad, I began feeling sorry for them. I really did, Mr. Speaker. Because we knew, and we said so within 3 weeks out from the election, you're going to see a seismic shift. Because people in the provinces are not going to take that bull dust anymore. They want some action. They want to see things happening. You know, here we got a two-tiered economy, Auckland versus provincial neglect. Oh, and the member for Christchurch up there, the only reason why her province is surviving is because of an accident or disaster. It wasn't for that, Christchurch would be screaming at the bottom like the rest of New Zealand. Now then, manufacturing is declining against GDP. Exporting is declining against GDP. The government debt is up to nearly 70 billion, over 7 times the government debt of 2008. That which should be up in New Zealand is down. Manufacturing, exporting. That which is down, that means productive exporting and productive part of the economy, and the debt, that which should be down, is up. In fact, it's upside down with the National Party. And the people up north got the message. And around the country, from Invercargill to the Oamaroos and the Timaroos and the Hawke's Bays and the Gisbornes and the Whanganui, we're going to take our message. There is one party that understands the provinces and their economic background, and what we understand more than anybody else is this. It is you in the provinces who create this country's real wealth. So why are you down the bottom on the income streams? And we're going to set things right. We're going to go and tell them that they will not get a change in the economic settings until they change their priority of voting. And go out and vote for a party where we do know what hard work and manual work is. Half of the National Party, you can tell the look of them, this new breed that came in, they think that manual labour is the Prime Minister of Mexico. They have never done any physical work, and it shows in their attitude. Now, Mr. Bishop's never done any physical work in his life. We know it. He gets up there to Ruawai or up there to Dargaville, and they don't know what they're talking to. They say this man cannot be from the party of Holyoake. He can't be from the party of Marshall and Mackay and all those famous National Party guys and women when they did understand the nation and they understood the condition of the provinces. Back then, they rightly voted for National. Not anymore. And up north, they got the message. They're getting it in Whangarei right now. Because when the head of the ANZ Bank turns up and says, this is zombie town, what did Mr. Reddy say? Did he say it's an outrage? No, he agreed. And they have got a zombie member. but no longer. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to go on. Can I move a motion that I speak a bit longer? This is a very important speech.
Members' time has